heck of a lot that Brexit was the initial cry for help from people saying they didn't want uncontrolled immigration and they wanted jobs and opportunities. But I think you're absolutely right when you say that something that isn't happening is looking at a failure of political decisions, particularly when we look at those who are being economically left behind, those people who feel like this country and the politicians of this country do not listen to them and do not serve them. I'm glad you also pointed out and gave us the information that you strongly believe, probably know far better than I would know, that a lot of people who are causing the disruption in your area are busting in from outside, aren't even members of the local community. That is an important piece of information for us to understand. Do you think that Sir Keir Starmer is handling this very well? What do you think he should be saying and doing?
No, I don't think he's handling this really well. I mean, there needs to be resources. There needs to be more police brought in. There needs also to come and speak to the communities, work with us. You know, that library is so heartbreaking. I fought for that library for 10 years and I had millions spent on it 2 years ago. It's not only a library, it's a community hub. It's a place where people can go and have a shower, you know, if they can't afford it in their own home. You know, the shops on that road that, you know, was helped. We got the porters funding, you know, and we done wonders with that. You know, we brought life back to the roads, and this is sad. And we're seeing now, you know, the likes of Asylum Link in Liverpool are having to close up shop and board up. Events that been organised for children, for families living in, you know, food poverty, have all been closed because they're scared of demonstrations. It's you know, it's terrible what's going on.
It is very much terrible. Gerard, can you give us some positive news? Has there been a sort of coming together of the community to start cleaning things up, to help one another, to put a reassuring arm around one another?
It's been fantastic. I mean, the council, I'll give them the due, they've been brilliant. They were out first thing on Sunday morning, and so was the community, so was the local mosque. Everyone came together cleaning. There's one GoFundMe page for the library. I think it's raised near 100,000. My page is near on 5,000 for the local businesses. Everyone's coming together. And what I want to do now is bring us all together and have an impact day in the area and work.
Do you know, I think this is utterly wonderful to hear, and I actually wish some of our media was putting some of those clean-up efforts and those positive images and showing community cohesion. I wish they were broadcasting that rather than some of the other stuff they seem to be putting up. On that note, actually, Gerard, could you please send, you talk about a sort of fundraising page to help with repairing some of the awful damage done in your community. If you could give that address, that link to our producers once we've finished our conversation, because I'd rather like this station to make that available to our listeners if they've heard what you've said and they want to help themselves, whatever part of the country they're in, if they understand what your people have gone through with this horrible, willful destruction, this devastation, and want to help, I want them to be able to.
Can I just say, Alex, you know, come Sunday morning, besides the boarding up, if you were to walk down County Roads on that day, you wouldn't have thought anything had happened.
Really?
Everyone came together so quickly and cleaned it up. And we don't want to see this again.
No. I want this message to be the message that comes out after all of this. It's about time that the narrative started moving in that direction, rather than seeing more scenes of violence, rather than finger pointing and trying to find blame. That is what we do retrospectively after the situation. When the house is burning down, you don't go hunting for the arsonists, you put out the flames. And I think that one brilliant way of doing that will be to show these positive images of people reconstructing broken buildings, of coming together, of all creeds and cultures and all communities, and showing that actually unity is what we so desperately need. And I think that those are the optics we need right now.
Doing, you know, right away, bringing the community together. And let's see, you know, let's make our area the best, because it always has been.
Yeah, I love the pride you've got in your area, and I can hear the heartbreak in your voice at what has gone on here. And I really appreciate the fact that you're prepared to come out and criticise your Prime Minister and say he's not coming and talking to our communities properly. Gerard, thank you ever so much. Labour councillor there.